Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ask the King's Relationship Podcast. I am Vincent King. She's smiling, y'all. This is my beautiful wife, Mrs. What's your name?
Today?
Yeah, today.
Shirley Walker King.
All right. And we are here to talk all things relationships, love, and marriage.
Marriage. If you like it, he would have put a ring on it. If you like it, then he would have put a ring on it. He put a ring on it, y'all. 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's a long time. You've been hanging it. That's my dude right there. 30 years married and counting. Yeah. So it's married to each other.
Right.
No separations. Well, outside of the time when he was out on deployment for the military.
Yeah, won't count really.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I was a married single parent for 6 months at a time.
True.
Okay, all right. Don't give me my props.
I'm saying not separated.
No,
like
no.
bad terms.
No, not like bad terms. Not even for a weekend.
Well, have I slept on the couch? Have I slept on the couch? I don't know.
Actually, no, he's never slept on the couch. I slept on the couch because somebody is too stubborn to sleep on the couch. We could be mad. He said he's sleeping in his bed. So I have gone and left the bedroom and slept on the couch. And guess when I woke up where somebody was? On the floor next to the couch. Because he say, homie, don't play that.
I don't have any recollection of none of this. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
This. Yeah.
You don't remember that?
No.
Okay.
No.
He don't remember. Now, do you remember falling asleep in the car? I shouldn't say falling asleep in the car, but sleeping in the car?
Yes.
And I let you sleep in the car, too.
I remember that.
You remember that one, don't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Come home late and see what else happened. Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Anything else you want to put out?
But other than that...
My business you want to put out, yeah. What else?
That all comes with marriage, relationships, and love. Yeah. This real talk.
All right.
Okay. So, yes. As we were saying, we have been married for 30 years and counting. We are relationship experts. We are authors. We are coaches. Yeah. So we have a little something to say about marriage, relationships, and love.
Yes.
Yeah. All
right. Hey, we're going to speak on this episode about an episode we did last week.
Well, our Monday marriage tips.
Monday marriage tips. We did specifically. Do you ever say Pacific?
That's why that's your part, because I can say that.
Pacific, but it's spa with a SP. When you talk to people, just check that out. Probably don't pay attention to it. Pacific. But specifically...
That's that only child shit.
But people do say that when you let me say Pacific. Like, what? Specifically listening to your spouse. Mm-hmm. That's what we did this on.
Learn to listen, Linda, like the little TikTok. But Linda, learn to listen, Linda. And in some cases, learn to listen, Leo. Either way, you need to learn to listen to your spouse. Yeah,
and we did this on the 3 A's of listening. 3 A's, attitude, attention, and acknowledgement. 3 A's, attitude, attention, and acknowledgement. This kind of came from a friend of ours. That's been asking us questions or trying to get us to tell her how to get her spouse to listen to her specifically.
Yeah, because what we call it, the 3A effect. And she was very concerned that she felt like her spouse wasn't listening to her. She felt like, see, now you got to be putting SP in front of stuff. She felt like her husband was not listening to her, and she felt like she was being neglected and she wasn't heard, that she didn't have a voice. And we've known them for a long time. And so she was asking us, what can she do at this stage in their marriage to help her spouse learn to listen to her? because she was at the point of tears.
Yes.
She was at the point of feeling neglected, and that's not what you want. If they're at the point where they're feeling neglected and there's tears, they're like that old wounded puppy. You know, when you see the little commercials, or you go to a shelter to get a cat, kitten, or whatever, a puppy, they're always in the corner feeling neglected because they haven't been treated nicely.
Right.
So the first person that comes along that treats them kindly and gives them kind words, well, guess what? Yeah. They found a new home. And so if you're neglecting your spouse and you're not giving your spouse the attention or allowing them to feel like they've been heard, then they're going to be like that little puppy. And the first person that comes around and pat them on that head or pat that little heart or say those words she wants to hear, that's not going to be good for the marriage. Yeah,
not at all. I mean, fellas, we know neglecting your spouse is going to open that door up. So take heed to that. You neglecting the house, neglecting home, your spouse. It's going to open the door, for loneliness. Your spouse can go through depression stages, hopelessness, and like she said, that's all going to lead to infidelity. Like she said, somebody's going to come along eventually, and that's on both ends. So there's always somebody who's going to snip that out, like a bloodhound, and be checking for that wounded dog, that wounded puppy. And so we just bring that to you guys to help you learn to listen to your spouse.
So, as he said, we wanted to do this one on the 3 A's, the triple A effect. So, number 1, as he so kindly, visually pointed out earlier, attitude. Oh, eloquently?
Attitude. My baby has a wonderful, wonderful attitude.
That's on tape, so you mean it. You mean it. Okay. I have a wonderful attitude. But your attitude is one of the main things that come with listening.
Yes.
Because if you don't have a positive attitude, you're going to go into the situation already in a defensive stance, defensive body language. Yeah. Your attitude and your behavior is all connected to how you listen. Mm-hmm. If you have a negative attitude, you're going to do things like you're going to be folding your arms.
Right. Body language. Yeah.
Your body language, ladies, you're going to be rolling your eyes. You're going to have that smirk.
She's trying to say something.
Oh, I didn't say it. I'm sorry. I said what I said, and you heard what I said. Right. Sometimes, you have that smirk, which means that you are not giving your full attention.
True.
Which is going to be next, but your attitude comes with that. Yeah. So your attitude can determine how that conversation goes. True. If you have a bad attitude, you're already going to put the person who's trying to be heard in a negative space, and they're going to feel neglected again because of your attitude. Right. So you want to make sure that your attitude is positive. You want to make sure that you're open-minded about the conversation. You want to be mindful of not only your body language, but you also want to be mindful of their body language, because you want to reassure them that you're there for them. So if you see, them falling into that wounded puppy stance, reassure them that you're there to hear them out. You want to reassure them that you are concerned and your attitude is to be positive and receive what is being said. Okay. So attitude is number 1. You want to have a respectful, positive, and open-minded attitude coming into the conversation to listen.
Yeah. Okay, I got that. Okay. Number 2 is attention. Attention. Listening. We still on that. Listening means remaining silent, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you're talking to me or your spouse is having a conversation, something she needs to talk to you about. It's not for you to interject. It's remaining silent. Be quiet. Be quiet, ladies or gentlemen. Listen. Pay attention to the entire conversation, to whatever they're telling you. Not just the words, but just listen. Just sit there and maybe it's incorrect. I don't know. But just listen. Hear them out. Let them get off their chest what they need to get off their chest. So, listen to the entire conversation. Again, paying attention to the body language, that energy, whatever the issues or situation is being addressed, okay? So if you feel the need to interject, ask yourself, will my comments, questions, or concerns, statement, whatever, is that going to add fuel to the fire? Mm-hmm. So I think it'll benefit you more to just be quiet, give your undivided attention. Because I think more than likely if you want to say something, I think it's going to add fuel to the fire if you're not letting them get off what they need to get off. So just wait. Exclamation point. Wait. Why am I talking? That's right. Wait. Why am I talking?
Yes, sir.
Just wait.
Yes, sir. And you want to do that because a lot of times we don't, we hear the words, but we don't receive the words. We're ready to defend.
Yeah.
And so if you just give them your full attention without trying to think of what you want to say back,
right.
That's not easy.
Defense.
Yeah, don't be on the defense. When you give somebody your full attention, that means that you're not on your phone. Mm-hmm. That means that you're not thinking about, you could be fishing, basketball, or shopping, because they got some sales going on at Bed Bath & Beyond. But you're not thinking about those things. You're giving them your full attention. Right. And like Vincent was saying, your body language determines that. You can't be sitting back like, here we go again.
Or, a little smirk, how we do them lips.
Yeah.
So that's part of your body language, you know what I mean? It's really saying you're not interested. So,
right.
Pay attention, body language. Act like you're a little concerned, that's even going to add fuel to the fire right there, right. Just by doing all those gestures. So, all of those things are important. Don't add fuel to the fire. Be quiet. Just wait. And don't talk till it's your turn.
And if it gets overwhelming, it's okay to take a break.
Yeah.
It's okay to say, okay, I need a minute.
Yeah.
Or it's okay to say, let me give you a minute. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I don't want to finish this conversation, but I want you to be comfortable and relaxed and talking. It seems like you're getting stressed just by talking to me. So let's take a break. Let's regroup. It could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. The next day with a therapist or a counselor, just as long as you say when you're going to regroup.
So are you saying that, like, for that person, or I guess it can go both ways. Mm-hmm. You can say, hey, it's kind of a lot right now.
Right.
Let me take a break and regroup. So that can kind of go both ways. Maybe if they're getting too emotional talking, or if you're taking it to heart, or it's just too much, just ask to take a break. And the third A is acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. What you've heard your spouse say and validate their feelings. So acknowledge what you've heard your spouse say and validate their feelings. So if you guys having a conversation and they're talking, you can say, after that conversation, you can say, from my understanding, so what I heard you saying is, or I can see you're really upset. I understand how frustrating this can be. So you want to kind of validate what they're saying, kind of repeat if you can. What I hear you saying is, I can see you're upset. So you want to kind of validate what they're saying. Ask clarifying questions. Be empathetic to them, and ask, what can I do to make it better? What can I do for you? Period. Just what can I do to help the situation?
Right. And it's not about you trying to solve their problem, if you will.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just literally need a sounding board, or they want to be heard. So it's not as if they're coming to you for a fix-it. Right. But they are coming for you for help with the situation. Okay. So if it's something that's on your part, then you do have to take ownership of, okay, I acknowledge that you say you feel neglected. So I'm acknowledging my part that maybe I have not spent enough time with you.
Right.
So you have to acknowledge where you may play a part in that. And that's just, for example, saying with time. For someone who feels like they have not been heard. I can acknowledge that, okay, you feel like I don't hear what you're saying. So what we can do moving forward is, how about on Sundays we have our sit downs or our end of the week wrap up, and I hear your concerns and we talk about it from there. Yeah. Or we also used to do the thing with, topics and a hat. And that's also another way that you can get your concerns out too. But you guys may have to set aside time when, okay, this is going to be your time.
Right.
I'm not going to have the TV on. I'm not going to be watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're not going to be watching Bass Pro Fishing. We're not going to be watching basketball or football. This is going to be your time. Right. And so during that time, we can talk about each other. We can talk about what's been going on during the work week. We can talk about, what you feel like you need to get off of your chest, or just share with me. Because it's not always about, I got to get this off my chest. Sometimes your significant other just wants you to share with them what's going on in your life when you guys are not together.
True.
And especially with, now, spouses are still working from home. So we don't have a lot of that adult connection.
True.
So, they may want to really find out, so how was your day? Yeah. They really mean, how was your day?
Yeah. A lot of times you don't come in, you just don't talk about anything like that. You don't say anything about work, so they might want to genuinely know, like, hey, how was your day? What'd you do? She'll call me and say, hey, what'd you eat for lunch? It might not even be about work. I'm like,
because I need a break from my clients.
Yeah.
And if any of y'all listening, I need a break from you.
So I'll just say, I'm in the truck, just listening to some music, or I'm in the truck taking a break, or I went to, Subway, whatever,
Or just the latest topics.
Yeah.
There's breaking news going on all day. Every day, every other hour, there's something else breaking news about it. And sometimes the weight of that just gets to you. So you need to talk to somebody and just say, I know that this world is crazy, but we're going to be in it crazily together.
Yeah. Or, sometimes it's just that time where she might call and it's like, ooh, good timing. I just needed to hear a familiar voice, like, all right, you know what I mean? So it doesn't even have to be about anything. Just, that was a good time. And just, I'm all right. Just relax for a minute now. So,
and then you can, after you have those conversations, you can say stuff like, now that we have a good understanding of the issue, concern, or problem, you can carefully express your feelings and your response if there was an issue or concern. Not your defense, but your response and acknowledgement that they have been heard.
Gotcha.
And you want to take that time and share, like I said earlier, your responsibility in it and then your partner's responsibility in it, because anything that happens in a relationship is two-way. There's never one thing that's one-sided. Even when somebody has an affair, and that's a whole other topic, it's still not one-sided. Yeah. There was something there that both parties could have seen, prevented, stopped, acknowledged. Somewhere down the line, both parties have to accept their responsibility or their lack of a responsibility in that situation. But that takes listening, that takes talking, that takes an understanding and getting to know each other. Yeah. You should really want to learn to listen to your spouse and spend time with your spouse. Your spouse is supposed to be your friend.
Yeah, it should be.
Who else you gonna talk to? Your best outside of your spouse and your best friend. Yeah. So let that person be one and the same.
that sexiness gonna fade out. Who gonna hold you down then? You gonna be your spouse, right? Yeah. all that sexy stuff, all them looks and stuff going eventually is gonna fade out. So you guys gotta be like, is one.
We is one.
Yeah, you gotta be that.
Okay, so I mean, I think that's it. The AAA effect of learning to listen to your spouse.
Yeah, hey, it just might save your marriage, guys. Ladies too. Shut up and listen. Listen, Linda.
Listen, Leroy.
I think just listening is a lot more than saying something most of the time. Just be quiet and listen. I think goes a long way. Like she said, it's kind of a recap. They might not even want any feedback. Just want you to be there, listen, and show that you're genuinely listening and caring and empathetic and all of the good things.
And listening involves more than just hearing the words coming out of their mouth. There are some action steps that need to be taken. That means paying attention, and that means giving acknowledgement that you have heard and received what they had to say. Yeah. So as always, we want you guys to know that's what we're here for. Ask the King. So if you have any other questions, you can always email us at askthekings@yahoo.com. You can reach out to us on social media, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. We are Ask the Kings. On the YouTube channel, it is Ask the Kings Marriage and Relationship Podcast. So we hope that you guys enjoyed this portion, this topic, this episode on Learn to Listen with the Kings, who have been married for 30 years and counting. Yeah. So we've learned to listen. Yeah. We've learned to pay attention. We've learned to adjust our attitude. And
attitude, listen, attention, attitude, attention, acknowledgement. Oh, I'm on it. I'm paying attention.
Okay.
Continue.
I'm done. I'm going to shut up and listen.
Hey, we thank you guys for listening to us. And as always, we leave you with this.
Marriage and relationships are what you make it.
So keep putting in the work.
Yeah. Until the next time.